most D2C brands aren't getting the highest return on their investments because they don't understand the full picture when it comes to branding and marketing. In this video, I'm going to show you everything I do as a CMO slash business owner slash content creator slash digital marketing specialist slash performance marketing specialist to ensure I position every brand I work on at the right place for the right target customer and to ensure I get the highest return on my investment on the time, resources, and money I'm investing in. So the first thing I do when I start working on an account is to make sure I have the basics right. And today, users, us, we live on our phones and on our desktops. So today for any D2C brand, whether it's a gym, a school, a meal plan business, an e-commerce, any of these B2C that are D2C at the same time, so they don't have a third-party platform like Booking.com or like, InstaShop or, Zomato, Talabat, all these platforms that users can order from. These D2C brands, they count on direct marketing to consumer. So their website needs to look good. That needs to be not only look good, that it needs to function so well. Their SEO needs to be in check. Their salespeople, how they pick up the phone and answer the phone. Their CRMs, their, you name it, content creation, their maps, Google Maps, and the list goes on. So logically, what I do today is I start with the basics. I want to make sure that I have the right trackers in place. So, and that basically starts with setting up the right Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics. And this is what I start with here. So, and if you don't know what Google Tag Manager is, Google Tag Manager is a place, it's a tool where you can manage all the tracking of all the platforms that you work on. So if you want to manage your, let's say, events or conversion tracking of your Google ads, of your Meta ads and so forth, you can do this on one platform instead of taking a code from Meta and putting it on your website, a code from Google, putting it on your website. And every time you want to do any change, you have to put a new code. So you always need the developers. You basically put, or you as a person, as a marketer, you can do all these changes only on this tool that is called GTM, and the changes will be directly done on your website. So basically, you put the code of GTM only once on your website, and basically all the changes will be done later on GTM. So, and I can show you here. So this is a GTM. This is one of the accounts. So you could see here you have the tags and the triggers and the variables. So these are all the triggers here. These are, you'll see here, these are all like the tags, and that's it. So basically all the stuff that you want to do, all the events tracking, anything and everything that is related to event tracking is done here. And then it's linked, of course, to Google Analytics. And basically, this is here your events. And then these are the recent events that you work on. So these are the event names. And of course, you create those events here on Google Analytics, but they're already pre-done on your Google Tag Manager. So that is definitely the first thing to do as a business. That's what I would do, the first thing. And then after that, when this is set up, then we go and set up a CRM. Okay? And I've seen so many businesses today that don't work with CRM. So many D2C businesses that either have a CRM and they don't really use it, or they don't use a CRM at all. They're still working on Excel sheets. Or I spoke last time to a clinic and she said their ad specialist, the agency, they get their leads, they download the leads on Meta on an Excel sheet and they send it to them every 3 hours. That is not the right way, because with the CRM, any user submits a lead, it comes directly to the CRM. And on the CRM, of course, you can set up notifications. So whenever a lead comes in to the CRM, you and anybody else, any other stakeholder can receive messages or so SMSs or emails, notifications that, hey, a lead just came in. And of course, you can trigger, let's say, another email or another SMS to the customer that, hey, we've received your email, or we've received your request, your lead, and somebody is going to contact you soon. That's the basic, right? So the lead comes in, you get notified, the user can get notified, and then you can start. Most of the CRMs today, they have a marketing automation tool built in them, which I'm going to show you now in a second. One of the tools that I use, and basically you can start automation. So if a user doesn't respond, they start getting notified, or if users didn't buy from you today, they can be notified, you can retarget them and so forth. So this is a CRM that I use, and here I'll show you. So these are the opportunities, as you can see. And here, these are the stages that I created. So here you have a new lead. Whenever a lead comes in, it comes straight away here. This is for inbound, so I have different ones. So I have referral, and I have like for the outbound salespeople. And then here you have the new lead when it comes in. When we contact it, it goes to contacted, and then call or meeting schedule. This is the intro call, proposal sent, closed lost, closed won. And basically, when a lead comes in, I will show you here in the automation. So let's say this one. When a lead comes in from my website, it comes in the trigger. This is the form submitted. So first thing, it comes as a lead from the form on the website. Straight away, add opportunity to the new lead stage that I just showed you. So new lead stage. This is the stage, new lead. So basically here, it's to be contacted. Internal notification. I can show you here how it comes. Email, the name, you can change this. And then from the email, we can change this as well. I put here that it comes to me and to my inbound salesperson, and then the subject line. And this is the email, right? So that the lead came in. And then an email, this is external. So this is the email that gets triggered to the user. It comes from my name and my email. And then there's an email here that like, hey, thank you for submitting the form on the website. One of our specialists will contact you back. And it ended. Now, this is one of the automations, right? One of the workflows. And you can add as many workflows as you want, as many automations as you want. To show you here one other thing. So let's say this one here, contacted. So this is a lead that came in this date. We can see the email, the phone number, and the opportunity value, how much they want to spend, from where it came. So this is good stuff, right? So this is, again, extremely important. When you are getting leads, when you're investing in marketing and you have leads coming in from different sources, you want to know from where these leads came in, one. And second, of course, there's a lot of reporting and dashboards that I didn't show you here, but you can know exactly from where later on, if you want to create reports, let's say you want to look at the past 12 months, you can see from which source each lead came in. And of course, you know, the value of each lead. So you can say, the source is, let's say Google Ads is generating X number of leads, X return on investment, Meta ads, and so forth. So this is extremely important for you to track all this stuff. One. Second, so you know what your salespeople or the people picking up the phone and handling deals, what they're doing, right? How they're handling them. If a lead came in, what time did it come in? What time did they respond? How many times they responded? Of course, in the CRM, you have like notes and tasks and so forth, so you can track what everybody's doing when the leads comes in. And that's really the difference between businesses that make a lot more money on their investment and the other businesses that don't. And I work with a lot of them. And some of them, they don't handle leads properly. And some of them, they handle them very properly. Some of them, they have incentivized whoever picks up the phone and handle the leads. And some, they don't care. And we can actually make a test. So let's actually run a test. It'll be interesting to see how people pick up the phone. So if we search, let's say for a D2C brand. So let's say best gyms in Dubai Marina. That'll be actually a nice example. Let's see what we get. So we have WellFit, that's an ad. So here, let's check. I'm going to call 2 gyms and let's see how they pick up. So first of all, these guys. So I just made them pay. This is a sponsored ad. Apologies. And here, actually, here. Siri, call 800-9355-348. This is WellFit.
Thank you for calling WellFit. This is Vaishi. How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Basim. I want to know you have different packages?
Which location, Mr. Bashir, you want to know about the packages?
Marina.
Okay. Let me try to connect you to your Marina branch. Can I have your name? Is it fine if I put you on hold for a few seconds?
Sure.
So I can check if anyone is available to take your call, Mr. Bashir, from the club?
Sure.
Thank you. Stay online.
I'm not going to continue, sorry, WellFit, but just to get an idea, these guys are professional. They picked up the phone in the right way, and probably now they're going to call me back, right? So they answer the phone quickly, and let's check now the second one. This is 7 Club. Let's check this. Call 04-232-3737.
There are no available agents in the queue at this moment.
Ooh, and it hung up. You see the difference? They missed out, obviously. I don't know if they called back, but even the system hung up by itself. There's no available person, whatever, to under call, hung up. So you see, obviously that is something to work on for a business. And you'll be surprised because I've been doing this here at the agency for 12 years. So I've really worked with few hundred clients, few hundred accounts. And I know I can pick up the phone now and I call some of the accounts that I manage. And some of them are great. And some of them, they need a lot of work. So that's obviously something to keep in mind. Actually, I'm going to call one business that I work on. And I'm actually the CMO and I a partner in this business. Let's call them and see how they pick up the phone. It's called Blooming Box. Siri, call 800-929.
Hi, welcome to Blooming Box. For English, please press 1. مرحبا بكم في Blooming Box. To place a new order, press 1. To follow up on an existing order, press 2. This call may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Blooming Box, this is Ahmed. How can I help you?
Ahmed, hi. I want to know what is the fastest delivery you can provide at this time?
Can I know to which area exactly, sir?
To Marina, Dubai Marina.
Marina. Okay, I'll check for you. Just a second. Okay, so I see that the fastest delivery will be from 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. with delivery charges of 6.
1 p.m. So now it's almost 12. So in like 1 hour, 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it will be delivered from 1 to 2. So
Yeah.
starting from 1 p.m. onwards till 2 p.m. That's the nearest time slot.
Got
If you'd like to, for example, receive it or get the order before that, you are most welcome in our shop. So you can come and pick up the order from the shop.
Got it. And if I order online, I can select that delivery time now?
Yeah, through
Perfect.
the website, yes.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. I'll do that. Thank you.
You're most welcome, sir.
Thank you. Bye. So, Blooming Box answered within 12 seconds, 12, 13 seconds. So that's good. Can it be better? Yes, but I think it's decent. And I don't know if you heard, but the audio was way better than the previous calls. Definitely better than the first call from WellFit, and the second one as well. It was not crisp, but anyway, they didn't respond. So the person picked up, the audio was good. So obviously he's using the right headset, and you could hear the other agents. Blooming Box has more than 10 agents working there. They're sitting around. So you could see that they're using the right headset. And the person was calm, professional, gave me the answers that I wanted. So they're not leaving money on the table, right? Versus the second gym that we called, 7 or so. So something to keep in mind. Now, after we have that GTM, GFO setup, the CRM setup, then we go to the landing pages, right? Landing pages. Now, actually, that we are on WellFit, let's check. So WellFit, let's see. So I land here as a user. I am interested to see, you see, this is WellFit actually calling back, which is good. I'm not going to answer now, but it's good. So you could see that WellFit is already doing a way better job than that other one, 7. So I am interested to see, first of all, the gym, because I live next to the Marina gym location. I wanna know the facilities. I want to see the facilities. I want to see potentially the people that work there. I want to see the people that work out there. And I want to see the packages, the pricing, and potentially if they have a parking, because in Marina it's quite difficult to have a parking. So let's try to find these 5 answers as fast as possible with the least number of clicks, because that's important, obviously, right? So I land here, I go location, flagship, Dubai Marina, I click on it. I don't necessarily like the UI. It's difficult for me to read this purple on, you see, like now changed the black, whatever. That's me. So I clicked here, Marina. I didn't see that it changed, but I know the URL. So I, as a person that works in that, I could see that the URL changed, but a regular person doesn't see that you see what I mean? Like, let's check now, location, flagship. What happens if I move to JVC? Now it moved. So it was before Marina. Okay, something to keep in mind. So I want to see the location. So here I'm seeing that's pretty cool. I love it. I think this is a drone. Looks like a drone. Pretty cool. But I want to see more. So maybe I want to see some pictures. Let's see if I can find pictures. So I see here, this is the weight area, strength and cardio. So more pictures. You see here, that's not the best way to put the picture. You see the picture is cut here. When you click on it, it opens up and you see like it doesn't really look good here either. You see how it's laid out? That needs fixing. But at least I see the pictures, right? I can see, like, for me, I lift weights and I want to see the machines. Maybe show me more of the machines. Then this is pretty cool. Perfect. I got an idea. So to me, I'm already sold. So now, of course, I like it. I like to go and see it by myself. And then second thing that I wanted to see is pictures of the people. So logically, I can see them on Instagram and on Google Maps, which I cannot find here. So here, but like a lot of people don't know that this is clickable. So maybe put a link. And if I click here, it takes me to the map directly, not to their location. You know what I mean? So if I'm driving, I can click on it, but I cannot really see their Google Maps. Okay, so you see what I mean? And now I clicked, it showed me the Merdif one. So obviously that needs to be fixed because before I looked at it shows here Merdif. I wonder why. You see? So that should change directly in the footer as well. Now I have to find this. So logically Marina, it should already go to Marina. So that's an easy fix. So let's see it, go there. So here I can see more pictures. Of course, I can read the customer reviews. So 545 star, 500, that's amazing. So reviews, about, all this stuff, overview. And then I can see here all the pictures. I want to see some of the people, but it looks like a decent gym, right? So I think I get an idea. It looks like a nice guy as well. Let's look at the Instagram. That's how we do our due diligence, right? This is good. So here it shows me a bit of this is a jiu-jitsu coach, some of the stuff that work there. It looks like fun, pretty cool. Yeah, all right, I'm sold already as a person that wants to go and see the gym, right? And now let's go back, see if they have prices somewhere. I see here membership, Maidan, Madar, JVC, Marina, your membership journey, annual membership, perfect. So here, payment, active living. Where can I see the upfront for 12 months, payment terms? Learn more. I don't know. I cannot see the prices. So probably, it's purpose. They want you to call so they can sell you. So do you think it's good? I think it's good. If we look at the mobile version of theirs, this is the mobile version. So if I land here, again, if I want to see the marina, so here, Welfat Marina, it showed it to me here. And if I click here, I have location, Dubai Marina, pretty good, right? So let's see. So you have the form at the top, studios, strengths and cardio. Let's click on strengths and cardio. It shows that here. I click on this picture. You see the same thing with the user experience. That needs to be fixed. That's not nice. And this white frame here at the back, like it's difficult to see it. See, I cannot scroll. That needs to be fixed. Same on the desktop. Because people want to see pictures, right? Look at this one. This is a different type. Here you can click here. But users hate these small dots. They want to move like this, right? With our fingers on our mobile. So that looks good, better than the one on top at least. So that looks good. Can it be better? Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10. Can it be a 9? Yes, it can. Then after the landing pages, so now you have your GTM, GA4. Then I have my CRM set up. Then I have my landing pages. Then now I'm ready to drive traffic, right? And then here comes the driving traffic. And driving traffic, we do this with, of course, ads, because it's the fastest way to bring in traffic. And this one is done with Meta or social, I call it social ads. And of course, Google ads and, the list goes on. YouTube, programmatic, any type of ads, right? Like app ads and so forth. Apps, YouTube, whatever, programmatic. So that's good. And then when you're driving the traffic, programmatic, whatever it is, driving traffic there. And then that needs to be good. And then we have here on part of the branding, I'm going to add it here. So driving traffic from branding as well. So you have your drive traffic from your social, from your Google Maps, from your review platforms, and from listing platforms, right? So in this case, there's not a lot of reviewing and listing platforms for D2C brands like a gym, not necessarily in Dubai, and some other parts like in the US. I know that there's a lot of platforms. In Dubai, there are a couple, but they're not the biggest, they're not the best. So you count today on to position yourself, and we looked at their social, and it looks like they know what they're doing. But trust me, I work with a lot of brands, and a lot of them, they say, from social, we want to get the high reach, and we should create these memes and these trending videos. And then, that makes them look not so professional and not position themselves as the way they should position themselves. So imagine today, like a gym started, following all these memes and stuff. And like me as a user that landed, that want to buy, I earn a certain income. I don't want to go to any gym because I want to be in a certain group. I want to belong to a certain group. I want to say that I go to this gym. I don't want to land on this social media channel and see like their staff acting, I don't know how, just to get views. These views, they get them, probably the wrong people are seeing these videos and these memes and these posts. And someone like me, I'm there, I land, I don't want to be entertained by a gym. I want to go there and see their staff and the people that are training there and their the facilities. That's what I want to see as a user, the person that has money. So don't always follow the memes and the trends just to get the views. Just think of your brand positioning. If you're an elegant, and I'm going to show you Blooming Box, what it does. So if you search here for Blooming Box, Blooming Box is positioned as a premium, affordable luxury, it's called, right? So it's a premium online gift shop. And you would go there not to buy a cheap flower bouquet, from a supermarket. You're going there to buy something that has a story, that has a feeling. So you look good as a person gifting that someone a flower bouquet. So you'd land here and you already feel good, right? You could see that this is very professional. You could see that they're using the right equipment. If you click on one of the videos, this is a collaboration with Netflix, with Stranger Things. I cannot move this because here. This versus the staff, the 100+ people that work at Blooming Box, dancing and acting in a certain way just to get views. And if you look here, 41 likes. So that doesn't get a lot of views for obvious reasons, because people have seen this a million times online. So the algorithm will not show this to the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because we're protecting the brand here. We're protecting the brand image. When we do a collaboration, or when this brand does a collaboration with Netflix, if Netflix lands on their Instagram page and see the staff dancing and acting, I don't know how, they're going to be like, stay away. There's a collaboration with Mercedes-Benz here. You would see it. I'm going to show you this in a second here. Check this out. And anyway, you could see them on the website. This is all Mercedes-Benz. So if a Mercedes-Benz says yes to Blooming Box, this is with Amara. So Amara says yes to Blooming Box because Blooming Box is at the same level as her. She feels like she wants to be on the same page as Blooming Box. But imagine Blooming Box is having these people just jumping on tables. So the brand position is extremely important. And you as a marketing manager, as a marketing head, as a business owner, you need to protect the brand. You need to protect the brand value and the brand image and the brand equity, right? So your social is extremely important. Your Google Maps, are you uploading the latest pictures, the latest videos? Do you have good reviews, positive reviews? This is where people do their due diligence. Customers do their due diligence. If we look at, again, let's look at, let's actually check Wellfit. So Wellfit, 5 stars, 233 reviews. Let's look at Blooming Box. 4.8, 4,520 reviews. That looks good. That looks great. That's brand trust. Okay, so remember, the branding is extremely important because you've done your setup, you have your CRM, you're driving traffic. You need to have your branding done right, your social, your Google Maps, your review platform, your listing platform, and everything else from a branding perspective. Your ads need to be done properly by the right people, the right ad specialists, because you can easily burn your money if you have the wrong people doing your ads. And I've seen it a million times, and probably you have as well. You need to have the right specialist creating the right ads for you, doing the right optimization for you on Google and on social platforms. And then before that, here we mentioned we can put it here as your sales team, right? So now you have the right brand positioning, you're posting, you're putting money on ads, you're putting more money on marketing, you're driving traffic, people pick up the phone. How are they picking up the phone? Look at Wellfit, they call back, they're professional. Blooming Box, they're professional. This other gym that we saw, what is it called again? 7, they didn't call back. Let's see if they're going to call back. That looks like super good as well. Like if you look at the pictures, that looks a very high-end place. But it looks like they're missing. They already missed out on an opportunity. Let's see if they're going to call back and they don't miss out on the entire opportunity. And then after you do all this, this is where you start investing in SEO, not before. Unless you have no competition on SEO. But if you have competition, like gyms, for example, or like Blooming Box, flower shops, or cake shops, or universities, schools, there's a lot of competition. So only when you have all this set up right, when you're making money, then you take part of it, 10, 20% of that, and you start putting it on SEO. Why only 10, 20%? Because as a D2C brand, right, I have another business, a listing platform. All the money and investment goes on SEO, on the technology, on building the platform. But from a marketing standpoint, everything goes on SEO. We put a little bit of money on social media just for the brand presence. No ads, because us as a business model, that listing platform, if we buy basically ads for, let's say, a cost per click for, let's say, $50, I need to sell it obviously for $1 to make money. And I cannot because this space is extremely competitive. So I want to rank organically. So I put all my money there. As that business, that's completely different. That's a pure B2B business. For me, for this D2C brand, direct-to-consumer businesses like this one we're talking about, or like these ones, like the flower shop, or like an online gift shop, or like the gym, or like the university, you need to invest always in content, always in driving ads, always in making sure you have the landing pages and the right, Google Maps, the right website, and the list goes on. So SEO, you cannot really count on it because if it drops for whatever reason, then your business is okay. So you invest 10, 20%, and that's fine if it drops, right? So then you invest in SEO. Okay. And SEO is amazing because it brings in the great traffic, highest quality traffic, one, and second, it positions you as a market leader. Because us as users today, we trust the brands that rank organically, not necessarily the ones on top in ads, right? But a lot of people still click on ads. But the ones positioned on SEO, they're more trusted. And then comes conversion rate optimization. This CRO can come either here or with ads, right? Or it comes here. You can put it anywhere. Or here, right? Or here. You can put it anywhere. This is conversion rate optimization. So this is a tool, and I think I made another video on Instagram recently, and I'll make another video on YouTube. There's a lot of tools. I'm using currently a couple. One of them, the latest one I'm using is VWO. So this is basically a tool that you split your traffic between, there's many ways to split the traffic, but I think the easiest example is, let's say 100% of the users that land on your homepage, you can do 3 variants. So 33%, 33%, 33%, see different things. So you can do different changes. You can change the main banner. You can change the call to actions. You can change the colors of the call to action. You can put whatever, different pictures, different text, anything like that. And that's amazing because imagine you're basically splitting the traffic into 3, 4, 5, 6 variants. And then you can see which variant is the one that is converting the most, and you can keep this one, right? And you can keep on repeating this. And we run so many tests on that. So this is called conversion rate optimization. And you do that, you can do it either manually, but that's not the right way, or you use tools like VWO, okay? And last but not least, then you have, let me show you here what I've done. So I've invested in built our own AI agent, and we integrated it into WhatsApp. So I can show you here. So this is here. I say hello. And this is good because let's say you're not working at night or not working on weekends, or you can actually put this the whole day, right? So this is on our website and you can test it by yourself. We are igloo.com and you can land here. So this is Igloo AI Assistant. Hi there. I said, hello, how can I assist you today? If you have any questions or need support, please feel free to. I am looking to grow my sales, let's say. Let's see what it says. Takes a few seconds. A great growing sales can involve various strategies. Are you looking for general advice on sales growth, or would you like to learn or to know more about specific services Igloo offers that could help you achieve that? Is this about Igloo services pricing, or is this about, let's say, A, of course, in this case? And I'm actually interested to see what it does when I say B. So I see you're interested in our service. Igloo specializes in performance marketing, SEO, and e-commerce solutions, all designed to help increase sales. If you want to explore how we can specifically assist you, I can provide more tailored insights to complete it. It takes less than just start. You see now the AI is trying to capture the user details. So it says, I can provide more tailored insights to complete your quick form. It takes, great, what's your full name? Basim Sabir. What's your email? Abbas@test.com. What's your company? Igloo. This is a test. Because this, I linked it to my CRM. So it goes as a lead directly to my CRM. And of course, if it goes to my CRM, I get notified and the inbound salesperson gets notified. What's your role in the company? MD, let's say. What's your monthly marketing budget? Below 10,000, below 50,000, above 50,000. I'm going to put below 50,000. Which services are you interested in? Branding, SEO, social, email marketing, please, or else, all of the above. Not sure or not sure. How did you hear about us? Friend. So here you go. Now it comes like, thanks, we recorded that our team will reach out. If you need anything else, just tell me. Our advice is free of charge, right? So this is it. You see what we've done. Set up, first of all, the GTM and GA4, then the CRM. This is the first big base, right? From there, you can start driving traffic, promote, market your business, and so forth. This is the first thing, making sure that the CRM is good, right? Making sure that the setup is correct. Then we start driving traffic, making sure the landing pages are correct, like we looked at now the gyms, and then making sure that the salespeople answer the phone properly and so forth. So that's the good base, right? We've done the tracking setup, driving traffic, everybody can handle the lead properly, the CRM is working properly, the automation is working properly, and then you can start improving, right? Conversion rate optimization, optimizing everything that you're doing, right? Your Google Maps, the whole thing, getting more reviews, investing in SEO, and the list goes on. That's about it. I took long. I was not planning to, but I believe it adds value to go really deep. I hope it did. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, of course, so it can reach more people. And hopefully that will help me as well grow as a business. Thank you, and until next time.